Hello, I'm here today to introduce the new iPonic600 controller from Link4 Corporation. This will revolutionize the way you think about grow room controllers. So who is Link4? Link4 is a professional manufacturer and designer of greenhouse controllers. We have installations across the country, and we specialize in electronic solutions to help growers get better yield. We have all our own in-house design, engineering, manufacturing, custom support, and technical service. So what makes the iPonic600 revolutionary? Most grow room controllers in the hydroponic market control single functions. They don't communicate, they're not truly programmable, and you don't have any possibility for outside access of information or controlling. The iPonic600 includes all grow room functions in one central location, totally programmable, totally intelligent, integrates all the functions, allows you to control or monitor from an iPhone or external device over the internet. Also allows you to run pre-programmed growth cycles, including all the variables, to a complete cycle through your entire grow period from beginning to end. What's included out of the box with the iPonic controller? You get the complete controller unit with backlit display and touchpad control. It includes 820 volt outlets, 6 of those fully programmable. It includes a remote sensor with 16-foot cable which you can hang over the canopy. This monitors CO2, temperature, humidity, and light. Optional devices for the iPonic600 include thumb drive for USB for saving growth schedule programs, which we'll talk about in a minute. Also, an optional communications module allows you to communicate through smartphone applications or the internet. So what can the iPonic600 do for you? It can control virtually every aspect of your grow room. Control your lights, temperature, humidity, CO2, vent fans, recycle timers, even central air and heat. The iPonic600 will even let you control all these different functions in a coordinated way, which you can program over the entire growth cycle, even week by week settings for CO2, temperature, light cycles. You can tailor things to a specific plant, a specific strain. You can even use those programs and save them on a USB memory stick. There's also an option on the iPonic600 for communications module. This allows you to run this through a network over the internet or even through a smartphone application. It comes pre-programmed out of the box with all the typical functions you most likely use. However, if you need to change something or change a device, duplicate a device, very simple to do, possible on the fly at any moment. So how does a controller work with lights? A typical setup would be a bank of lights, a remote trigger cable comes into the outlet for the light timer, and is programmed centrally. It includes an integrated high temperature shutoff. If your cooling ever fails, it will shut off the lights automatically. You also have a hot restart delay to avoid damaging your bulbs. The default setup comes up with a single light bank, quite simple to add multiple light banks to run sequential startup or different banks of lights in different time schedules. The most important feature is that the light timer is now integrated with all your environmental controls. That allows you to run the sequencing through a whole growth cycle, matching the timing of your lights with all the other functions of your grow room. So let's talk about CO2. How does a controller deal with CO2 in your grow room? First, the proprietary remote sensor measures ppm and light. It can be placed anywhere in the room. The controller includes a fully integrated fuzzy logic PPO monitor, which speaks to your vent control, temperature, and humidity devices. You can program the ppm level at a set level, or it even allows you over a period of time to have variable ppm levels during the growth cycle. So you could start at a lower level in veg, move to higher in flower, and taper off at the end. Fully integrated, fully automatic, The only one on the market can do this. So let's talk about temperature. The iPonic600, contrary to most simple temperature control devices, allows you to control temperature in the following ways. You can run a vent fan. You can run multiple banks of vent fans that are triggered at different temperatures. You can run an air conditioner. You can run a separate heater totally independently. There's even a space where you can run a thermostat from central AC or heating. So how do we control humidity with the iPonic600? Contrary to most environmental controllers, it allows you to run a separate humidify, dehumidify, vent fan device all independently at different settings. It also allows you to program different humidity levels during the growth cycle rather than just one setting. It also differentiates between day and night for different humidity levels, all fully controlled. How does the iPonic controller work with pumps and other time devices? Contrary to most simple recycle timers, which give you one time off and one time on setting, the iPonic controller is completely variable. You can have a different time schedule for day and night. You can have a different time schedule during the growth cycle. You can also add additional devices for any series of independently controlled time devices. So how do you control a central AC or heater with the iPonic controller? Contrary to most controllers, the iPonic is a fully functional remote thermostat which will integrate that function with all the other grow room controls. Just simply run your remote thermostat wire into the unit, wire it up, and you're good to go. How do you maximize yield using the iPonic controller? Because you have all the information in one place and it's fully programmable, you can run growth schedules. Now, a growth schedule allows you to program every element during every phase of the growth cycle. This allows you to vary light schedule, CO2 settings, temperature, humidity settings. Raising and lowering them during the various cycles allows you to switch from veg to flower automatically, and any other little tricks of the trade that a master grower knows. So out of the box, it comes pre-programmed with a typical default growth schedule. This is based on a standard type of plant that involves a vegetative then a flowering stage with the various recommended mixes of light, CO2, temperature, humidity. Now, if you're a master grower, you can develop your own custom schedules, varying the light cycles, varying the CO2, during the cycle, varying the nutrient schedules, etc. This is the killer app. If you have a particular growth schedule dialed in for a particular type of plant, you can save the entire schedule on a removable USB memory stick. This allows you to repeat that same schedule later with that particular plant. It also allows you to trade schedules with other growers or even download them off the internet. The possibilities are really endless. So can you control your grow room from anywhere in the world? Yes. With the iPonic optional communications module, you can have internet access to control and monitor your grow room through any PC or smartphone virtually worldwide.